On tura na ki Tinubu.
Tinubu
After government, now Fulani bandits. I believe you watched that video. And the bandits, as it stands today, are the new Pablo and Pablets in town. And you know, in the local parlance, we have a language where they say Pablo na in the ball for club. Look at it. The Fulani bandits are not thanking, sending text, sending message of thanks to President Tinubu for creating an enabling environment for Fulani bandits. What an irony. What a travesty to democracy and to the lives of innocent Nigerians. The bandits today have become one of the enriched elements in the government of Tinubu, who of course has indicated in the past that clamping down on banditry will risk his life and the lives of his family members. We all know that Tinubu has no wherewithal. He has no political will. Because these Fulani bandits, when it's election time, they will drop their guns and become political machineries for the political juggernauts. We all know that these Fulani bandits were the creations, the machinations of the APC within the 2012, 2013, 2014 into 2015 by some northern elites and oligarchs. I mean, bandits are now one of the most influential people. When you ask them, what is your line of production? They will tell you hunting. The last time they told us hunters were caught at Uromi. 4 hunters. It was police that came out just I think 3 days ago. This is after the incidents of Uromi 16. Northerners were caught with guns. Right? They were caught with guns, as you can see on my screen. They said they were hunters. Police officer, the divisional police officer or the PPRO of Edo State came out and said that, well, these ones are hunters. But the question I will ask is, are they bush hunters or man hunters? Because I don't think any bush hunter will look so well fed, will look and showcase stacks of money on the national TVs. The last time I did a program where I told you that Fulani bandits are now carrying the proceeds of their operations on TikTok live feed, live streaming, trying to brainwash Nigerians that this is the new line of business. Leave Yahoo Yahoo. Leave local scam. Leave welding. If you are a painter, stop it. Come and join us. Because this means nothing if not pure evangelism of the atrocities they commit and how productive, how profitable it is. Because the Nigerian government are complicit. The Nigerian government are shielding the bandits. Reportedly, Sahara reporter said that the northern elements of the DSS are using the tracking system as a bargaining chip with the Fulani bandits. When they track them, when they see where they are, when they catch them, they tell them that our tracking system knows where all of you are. However, on every operation that you go, we collect 50%. The DSS personnel allegedly are now agents who are seeking and negotiating for commissions out of ransom. Little wonder why the Fulani banditry will never earned. Have you wondered why the DSS have come out to tell you that We will not guarantee your safety. Just as they told Peter Obi yesterday, if you enter Benue State, you are on your own. Caveat emptor. Buyer beware. Our hand no day. Based on say, if anything happen to you, you cannot blame Tinubu. Tinubu has come out to say that, well, the insecurity going on in Bokos, then today we have Boso. He said, well, first and foremost, 51 persons were not killed. It was 19 persons. That why the lies. And then secondly, he said, well, the insecurity in Plateau State no be my hand today. I am still in Paris having my very good chilling time. The governor of the state, which is Mofwang, should go and resolve the insecurity bordering his state. Then why can't Tinubu give the approval for the Middle Belters to wield AK-47? But we know those that will stand vehemently against this. The northern politicians. The northern politicians will tell you that a fight against the bandits, against the Fulani herders, is a fight against the collective north. And today we can see that the Plateau is becoming a shadow of itself. Do you know the acronym of Plateau? Plateau, that used to be known as the center of peace and beauty, has suddenly become the center of horror and monstrous, dastard, and brutal incidents. For Benue, it used to be known as the basket, the food basket of the nation. But today, people send food from Lagos to Benue indigenes for them to eat. Oh, you think this is a joke? This Fulani banditry is way more than the Nigerian army. Just so you know. This Fulani banditry are way powerful than the Nigerian army. Otherwise, the Nigerian army should tell me why they have not been able to curtail, to reduce to size these bandits. These bandits, they don't just do what we call eat and run operation. No! In Boso, they operated for good, not 10 minutes. They operated for good 90 minutes. That is 1 hour, 30 minutes. Do you know, if I am traveling from Ibadan to Lagos, I would get to that scene of operation, and still, we are still going to have an exchange with those bandits. But the people of Boso wired the Nigerian cantonment just around Plateau State. But of course, they couldn't reach there. And you tell me these bandits are not high and above the Nigerian army? Tinubu understands that my life will be in danger if I should give an order that whenever the area surveillance detects these bandits, start blowing them. He knows the last person that did it, he was thrown out. That was Jonathan. He had the Rika, who was the chief of army staff, and Igbo man, because these are people who truly love. You know, sometimes I shed tears when my fellow Yorubas, who are maybe tribally blind, their tribal bigotry has blinded them, when they start a fight with their Igbo man. Rika, the chief of army staff, and Jonathan wanted to see an immediate end to banditry. And we know that there is no end. There won't be an end. There cannot be an end if you do not deploy aerial intelligence, wherein drones will be flying the sky of these red zones 24/7. All you need is not more than 10 drones. These areas, the whole of Lagos State, a drone can fly the whole of Lagos State within 1 hour. From mainland to island, to and fro, it can go through that part within 1 hour. A drone can fly it within 1 hour, to and fro, the all nooks and crannies. Do you know what area surveillance means? But again, Tinubu finds it difficult to give them that instruction that, hey, you, the army, for every operations that happen, I want to have what we call the aerial view. Why do you think the Americans will easily track people? It is because of their area surveillance. But I repeat, a fight against the Fulani bandits is a fight of you risking your life, is a fight of you risking your re-election as a president, is a fight of you trying to ensure that Nigeria progresses. Unfortunately, Tinubu is an enemy of Nigerian progress because he has not given that instruction that bandits, wherever they are, or any smell of bandits should be eliminated. He has not given such instruction. All we see is when people are being massacred, maybe after 2 days, 3 days, they will issue a vague statement that all the perpetrators will never be allowed to go scot-free. Oga, today we are supposed to be having drones flying all over Zamfara on a daily basis. We are supposed to be having drones flying all over Borno State. Zulum has come out to say that the resurgence of the bandits is becoming unbearable, that the Boko Haram are now regaining confidence, and yet Nur Badu, the National Security Advisor, keeps deceiving those that are gullible. Of course, not me. And by the way, I have been getting all series of threats. Oh yes, I have been getting threats that I am saying too much, that I should keep quiet. Been getting threats from those that know me. I have been getting threats from anonymous people in my comment section, in my emails, that I am calling out the Fulanis, that am I trying to profile the Fulanis. But I have said it that the Fulanis will always be called out if the good ones fail to call out the bad ones. That is what life is. When the United States of America wanted to place ban on Palestinians, does Trump not know that we have Christians in Palestine? When Trump wanted to place a ban on Iran, are there not Christians in Iran? In fact, I can categorically tell you that there are more Orthodox Christians who are even more righteous than Christians that we have in Nigeria, in Iran. Yet, Donald Trump placed a ban on Iran because your name is a symbol of your tribe. When we did not see the likes of the Sultan come out on a weekly basis calling the government, calling the president, that the president must ensure that they take down any bandit, whether that bandit is a Fulani bandit or not, they should be taken down. We dissociate ourselves, we disown ourselves. We will not be condemned that the Fulanis are evil people. As far as I'm concerned, I represent the good people of Fulani, and we will never see them come out and say it. We will not. The only reason why you see a Zulum coming out is because Zulum is not a Fulani man. Zulum is a Kanuri man now. A Kanuri man is not a Fulani man. And we know there's always this superiority battle or conflict, incessant battle between the Fulanis and the Kanuris. You saw what Bala Mohammed came out to say. He said, well, wherever Fulanis are rejected in Africa, be it Ghana, be it Burkina Faso, they can see Nigeria as a citadel or as a cradle for them. They are welcome back. That Nigeria will be the capital of Fulani in Africa. That Nigeria will be the capital of Fulanis who have been rejected, whether from Central Africa, whether from Ethiopia, whether from Zanzibar, whether from Senegal, whether from Mali or Togo. Come, Nigeria has a very vast land. We have a very fertile soil. We in the south need to be bullied. Is that not what they are doing already? Has this not started already? Is the conquest not glaring to you and I? When the president cannot issue that statement of shoot on sight, when you see gatherings of areas that have been labeled as dead zones or red zones, ordinarily we shouldn't be having thousands of our Nigerian army being killed like chickens. In Borno last month, about 20 to 40 Nigerian soldiers were killed. In fact, the biggest Nigerian army barracks in Borno was taken over by bandits. But you know what they did? The government of Tinubu, they swept it under the carpet. Then a new Rubadu, a Fulani man, came out and told us the insecurity has been cut down, has been doused down by 80%. We have not seen a new Rubadu pay a visit to Plateau. We have not seen a new Rubadu visit Boso in Benue State. Neither have we seen a new Rubadu go to Oyo State. Have you seen new Rubadu go to Ehamofu in Enugu State? This is the man that calls himself the National Security Advisor. If the president is missing, why has he not been there? Let him have on the spot, assessment of things, so that they can understand how a drone can help us fight this insurgent. But of course, we know that the Fulani bandits are almost at par with the Nigerian government as we stand. We are in a situation where the Nigerian police will take reports of bandits, and in a couple of hours they will have released those Fulani bandits. We are in a situation whereby the Nigerian people must understand that we stand up, rise up, take your destiny into your hand. This was what the Yoruba Director General of DSS has come to say. It is a sign. It is a sign that I might be the Director General of DSS, but I might not be able to fight these insurgents, because those that are my field marshals, as reported by Sahara reporters who are northerners, are all saboteurs. Of course, we know that the Director General cannot be everywhere. Would you watch the Fulani bandits to wipe out your lineage and generations? Because what they are after is your land. They want to make it their home for every Fulani across Africa to come in and reside. If you are not careful, Nigeria will become the Fulani Republic of Nigeria. Because it is a pattern that when people give report of those that attack them, it is always that name they call Fulani Bandits. And in that video that I showed you earlier, when this event started, Fulanis were seen showcasing, brandishing cash. And then they said Nigerian army came to Abia, Enugu, Akwa Ibom, begging the youth, Unukwa, Biko, join here. Let us battle here. The boy, if I am an Igbo man and I have a son, well, they don't born and where, sha. You want me to join the Nigerian army and you do not give me a superior weapon? You do not give me a superior intelligence? You are not providing drones, aerial surveillance intelligence. You tell me to go into the desert. I am blindfolded. I don't know who is behind me, but I am seeing bandits using drones. Are they crazy if I join that kind of Nigerian army? Have you not seen a video where bandits are displaying drones? These guys, bandits, yes. These guys are professional pilots of drones. Though they are civilian drones. No be clap, then talk, say dance, they start. Bandits will buy civilian drone, with time will buy hammer drones. So if care is not taken. They talk, say the rice wey dey bottom pot for yesterday, today go dey on top when they pour the rice inside cooler. Therefore, a bandit who has that little capacity to buy civilian drones will get to a point where they will develop amongst themselves technology and start deploying armored drones if the Nigerian army fail to wake up. Let us watch how the band look. At the verse. See how they brand this money. Watch.